I did not bring my fastest car, but you don't have to. That jump, like, it looks like a normal bridge, but that jump is actually really sudden and really steep, and it will make you fly. I've already done it here, and so it doesn't fire off, but the very first time you make that jump, your character also reacts to the wonder of it, which is kind of fun. It's actually a new feature that we've added to this iteration of the map. And, Andy might be able to speak to this a little better than I could, that we've added these things called discoveries, which actually it's a single word that kind of covers a wide variety of different experiences players can have.
One of the aspects of State of Decay that I've always loved is the environmental storytelling that Doug and other world builders have historically added to our maps. I'm thinking about places like survivor campsites on top of buildings and graffiti scrawled on various places, that the things that tell you there's a story that happened here and I wonder what it was. Those are fascinating little anecdotes. Historically, the problem was that we didn't have the tools to allow your characters to react and interact with those scenes. With the new Trouble Valley map, we've started building some tools that allow us to create those interactions. Some of them are about entering an area, like the one that Geoffrey's talking about there. Jump the bridge, get your car high enough, and your character will react to that. Others are sites that you see or objects that you can interact with, that the character gets to acknowledge their existence. It's a small step toward a greater immersion in the world that reminds the player, oh yeah, my avatar that is moving through the world recognizes what they're seeing and reacting to. So it was a great amount of fun to find existing places on the map to add those, and also to work with Doug's team to add a few more and let them push their creativity. I'm not going to spoil any of them right now, but this is one of those places where players that enjoy exploring maps for little hidden details, this is the kind of map that I think you'll really enjoy.
I wonder if that's...
Yeah, I think it was fun working with the narrative team just to get more. A lot of the time when we do these environmental storytelling things, we just kind of would come up with it on the spot, but just planning a few of them out was a lot more fun too, just to kind of get more eyes on it and make the areas a little bit more unique.
And speaking of environmental storytelling, this is maybe the largest example in Trouble Valley or any other map we've done. Players from the original game and Heartland will certainly remember this crashed plane here.
Yeah, originally, this played. There was a lot of environmental storytelling going around with it. Like there was, we had, Easter eggs. Some of them devoted to, early fans of the game from before it was even released. Like, for instance, speaking of things being released, it looks like we got this Dantron box, which is actually one of our longest-standing Easter eggs in the game. Brant could probably tell the story of that a little better than I could.
Yeah, but that's a stream in itself.
Okay, cool. Well, suffice it to say, we had a very sort of active community even prior to the release of State of Decay 1, and this was an Easter egg that tied into that. And actually, if you search this item, you can actually get a unique thing that you can only be found in this particular spot. This, there are lots of things throughout the map, so I'm only going to spoil the one of them. But I just picked up this this pilot hat that if I can stick this on my character. Let's find it down here. I think it was called pilot hat. There it is, pilot hat. Yeah, so there's an airline pilot hat now that my character can wear because she's come here and found this discovery. And she when she picks it up, she comments on it. She gives a little, a little bit of flavor about the world. And that's just a tool. It used to be that we've always had environmental storytelling and Easter eggs going on in places like this plane crash. But now we can lean even harder into them and sort of give players, like, sort of even more story content to sort of to chew on when they take the time to really explore and discover stuff like this.
Yeah, this was always such an important spot, just because visually it was a place that you could always reference to know where you were in the map. Of course, it was on fire forever. We put the fire out.
Then we covered it in plague gunk, and now we've killed the plague gunk and it's overgrown. Like this plane, it looks different in every version of the map, but each stage of this plane's development says something about what's been going on in the world of Trumbull Valley.
Yeah, it was always a very important visual bellwether, sort of, to get a really good idea of what's been going on. So
one of the fun aspects of those discovery commentary bits that the characters make is that because we have 14 different character voices in our game, we got to write different reactions from different voices for those discoveries. So depending on which character you're playing when you interact with those discoveries, you may hear different comments. I look forward to folks sharing and collecting all of them online someplace so they can piece together perhaps even more of the story than any one person can get on their own.